Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I'm gonna do the best I can not to have my teeth chatter while I talk. It is very, very cold in here today. Steve's gonna finish up the wiring harness and we're gonna get the intake manifold on. And I guess you guys don't like my Mercedes videos. Tell us what you do wanna see because K.I.T.T's not gonna be around forever. We're gonna be done with it really soon and we wanna keep people engaged in the channel and keep the channel growing. So don't hesitate to tell us what you wanna see and smash that like and subscribe button. So while Steve's working on finishing up the injector harness, I'm gonna prep the intake manifold to get it ready. I just went down to the parts store. This manifold has a bunch of different vacuum spots on it that we only need 2 of them, one for the brake booster, one for the map sensor. On the stock manifolds, the map sensor just plugs right into it. And they do provide a provision here to put the map sensor in, pull the plug out and put it there. Unfortunately, that hole's too big, so we had to plug that. So that's gonna do that. And I've got the injectors that came off the original motor. I've got here, I need to put new seals on them, but first I'm gonna put them in the ultrasonic cleaner and then do a flow test on them to make sure they're all good. That way we can avoid any runnability issues just preemptively. So this is my launch injector cleaner and tester. The shop's a mess. We got a lot of work going on here right now, a lot. So bear with me here. Essentially what we do first is do the ultrasonic cleaning. We hook them up. So in the ultrasonic cleaner, this is essentially just simple green. And so what we do is we plug the injectors in. Oh man, it's a different style. I hate using these little things. So sometimes we have to adapt because this is made for all kinds of injectors. These are such a pain. So I got that on to adapt it. Insert it into there, put it in here. Now I'm gonna do this 3 more times right now and then I'll get them on the machine. So I've got the first 4 hooked up. This ultrasonic cleaner, once I start the machine, it will actually open and close the injectors and pulse them in a certain way. It's got a countdown at 600 seconds to do it, which is what, 10 minutes. So start that, hit the run button on the test, and there it'll do its thing. This will clean the injectors, and from there we'll put them up on the top of the machine and do all the flow testing and all that. Now that they're done cleaning, take the injectors out and put them in the actual machine. And I'm gonna try not to pull these stupid little adapter wires off while I'm doing it because they're a pain to get in there. I don't know why this machine tests 6 injectors. I think it should either do 4 or 8. That's just the way it is. Make sure I can get a good seal here because if I don't, I'll spray myself.
Alrighty, got the last 4 injectors, 1, 3, 5, and 7 lengthened. Once again, this needed to be done because the harness initially, was on a truck, and this harness ran across the top of the intake manifold that allowed for the injector wiring to be relatively short. And the intake that we have actually has some pretty decent amount of clearance. We're gonna actually run the harness underneath the intake as opposed to just letting it flap around on the outside. In order to do that, we need to be able to lengthen the injectors to actually go underneath the runners and plug back into the injectors. Cleans it up a little bit nicer, it makes it look better, and we get to see the beauty of this intake right here.
So I'm putting Teflon tape on these so they won't have any vacuum leaks, and these little tiny fittings, it's a real pain in the butt. My tire, it's on there.
Alrighty.
I had only had this throttle body on for mock-up purposes before. Now it's time to put the gasket in it and set it up properly. There, torque to spec. Just got to find some hose to go on here because I don't want to try and put hoses on here after it's on the car. Work. No, it's too big. Good snug fit. Shouldn't need a clamp on that because it's vacuum. Okay, those are on nice and tight. Make sure and keep them out of the way when I'm putting it in. Should be nice snug fit. Oh, Steve's not ready for me. Hey, sure is it gonna fit under there?
Oh yeah, just everything has to be routed. In a minute, I'll have to lift it up to pull the harness down that goes to the transmission and the O2 sensors, because that's kind of bunched right there.
I don't know how he does this. I'm at a complete loss. I have absolute faith in him, but I just don't know how he does it. Pretty sure it's a combination of witchcraft and voodoo.
So that harness is the harness for everything. So in order to pull everything that was extra and to kind of get that bulge out of the back, I've got to bring the rest of the harness to where it goes on the transmission and everything else.
You're gonna pull on the bulge?
Yes. Oh, excuse me. Across there. There's the output speed sensor right there.
Forgot how to put oil filters on.
I just need to pull the harness to this side so we can plug it in here, and then I can route it back across. And so I just can't reach it from here, so I'm gonna have to go up and reach it from behind. Okay, there we go. Jeez, just a very tight fit.
I just had to come down here and intimidate it. Didn't want me touching it.
Right. Well, there's going to be a bank 1 O2 sensor, which is going to plug into whatever style of exhaust.
Okay.
And then the rear O2 we don't need, but I just kept some of the connectors there so I would just always remember where they are.
Okay.
And then we'll also have one on this side.
At least you wrap this up then.
Yeah, for right now, yeah. Okay, all righty. Let's grab the intake and bring it over. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and just kind of set it on top and how's that side looking? So this is hitting the steam port. The steam ports are blocking it because the steam port right here won't allow this to even get any closer forward, and back here it's hitting it. Yeah, it's literally on top of the steam port back here.
They make a bypass kit.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to go with that.
I think we were test fitting it with the one that Alan had on here.
Yeah.
Maybe he saw that actually. Maybe that's why he put the small one back here, but we didn't have the block offs for the back. I'm not sure, but yeah, we're gonna need that. Oh, that sucks.
So me and my drunk shopping habit that I do quite often, I bought this bypass kit. So I forgot about this. We put the one back on Alan had, and then we put this on the back of the motor, and then we eliminated the center section. If anyone has come up with a breathalyzer to put on your phone before you're allowed to shop or text, I could really use that app. That is a heavy-duty electric ratchet. Good to go now.
All right.
Yeah, my side's down.
All right, so you got the bolts for this bad boy?
I do. 5 bolts for you.
Okay.
Weird little setup. When you tighten intake manifold bolts, you always want to work your way from the middle out.
Full length. 4. See?
Oh, from the middle out. That does make sense.
That prevents it from tweaking and having vacuum leaks.
All right, all yours are in?
Bolts are in the holes.
Even without the water pump stuff, we can still fire it up. We just would need the trans to be okay there, the fuel pressure regulator so we could route the fuel line back. And once we get power to the fuse box and all that gets set up, then I can connect to the laptop. And once that connects, then we could just get the credits for this. And
Well, our viewers don't care about that. You know what they want to see, power up. They want to see the dashboard light up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the only thing we need to start doing that, the flow of power and ground to like wherever the battery's gonna be, if it's over here, it's over there, then we can start putting it into wherever K.I.T.T grabs it, and then where everybody else grabs it, or the ECU, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that, I'm glad you had that.
That part, yeah.
Yeah, because on that side, that's what it was hitting, and with that gone, it just went straight down.
Well, good work. Well, we accomplished exactly what we set out to do today. Steve finished up his wiring harness, lengthening, got the intake manifold on, got all the wires ran underneath it and to the transmission, so that's a huge step. In the next video, I've got to rebuild the injectors and get the injectors on, and Steve will continue with hooking up all the wiring and merging this engine into this car's harness. So we got a lot to do, a lot of hard work, but we've made big accomplishments, and today was a good day. So thanks for watching the channel, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.